Hey guys, welcome to another session of Epic 7 and RBTL, so reading between the lines. So we have a hero balance adjustment preview. I did a really quick glimpse of who is getting buffed, but I don't know the buff. So this is going to be like a poll session where I just get surprised off my, and fall off my chair or whatever. So let's see, we got Tenebria, Dominio, Rin, Specimen Says. I'm very interested in that one. Even though I don't have him, I want to see where they're going with him. Assassin, Cidd, Champion Zerato, and I heard about this before I even started the recording. Definitely want to see his buffs. Very excited because I love him. He's awesome. Put Mola into him. He's 6-star awakened. He's geared. So what's not to love? Merce, Elson? Elson? I don't like him. Because he's really annoying. When he dies, he's like, ah! That's what I can't stand him. Sometimes I do the NPC battle if I need to like use my flags really quick, and he's just like, Elson is OP now? Oh my goodness, don't. I don't want to build him. When he dies, it's just the worst. Ah! Let's see. Tenebria. This is the second buff Tenebria got, right? Including a mage buff, like the mage constellation sign buff. She got it before. She got another buff before, so she's getting another one. So, the thing is, Tenebria was never even bad. I don't. Okay, so let's see. Before decreasing combat with 30%, decrease speed for 2 turns. Oh, okay. All right. So Nightmare S3, 80% chance, 75% chance to put them to sleep for 1 turn. Whoa, doesn't she have this weird thing? Is it like the S1 or something that like additional combat readiness push for her? If the enemy is asleep, she attacks with S1, something like that. So this is really good. Like this makes all her skills like very link up pretty well. 75% chance to put them to sleep for 1 turn, and that's really high. That's a really high proc rate. Wait. Oh wait, she always increased the attack. Okay, right. So defense break, increase attack with caster for 2 turns. Caster attack one, I think, was the previous buff. So the second round buff, she got this, and then now she got this. Okay, she's overloaded. She's good. She's really good now. Need a fire mage, fire cleaver. That's the one you want to go with. That's pretty good. Alright, Specimen Says, let's see what can they do here. 45% chance to stun for 1 turn. Okay, better than nothing. Awaken. Okay, it's the same. Okay, so yeah, 45%. Inflicting extinction? Oh my goodness, Specimen Says, please come to daddy. Please come to daddy. Light elemental extinction. This is like Arbiter Vildred counter, 100%. This is like Arbiter Vildred counter. It's interesting. Wow. And resetting cooldown for the skill when enemy is defeated. And it penetrates 30% defense. And then 100 of stun. Oh man. Oh dude. Like. Oh man, I want Specimen Says. I want Specimen Says now. I've always kind of wanted him, but now for sure, light elemental extinction. That's gonna be useful on a ton of. Okay, so think about it this way. Like people running like Fire Corvus, Arbiter Vildred. Okay, the Assassin Collie. If they throw that in the defense team, that's gonna be annoying. But if they don't have Assassin Collie in that team, let's say Fire Corvus and RB, don't you just go like Oxlots, A Cartuja, and then Specimen Says? Oxlots pump up Specimen Says. Specimen Says kills off RB. And then you have the Soul Burn for A card. Instant stun Corvus. Spez goes again, it's over. What? That's so awesome. Yeah, Big Fudge, man. Your boy Spez. You're gonna use him even more now. Please don't int for our guild war though. Please don't int. You did the same? That's gonna be beautiful, man. It's gonna be so beautiful. It's gonna be so usable. Holy crap. I was not expecting an extinction, but yeah, it's about time. Lilibet's extinction Well, I mean, Fire Core is getting nerfed, so it's not gonna be like too cancerous. But at this point, that's how I think I would use them in GVG. Compress roll. Yeah, like Oxlot's on Toghole's Ancient Book. Holy crap, man. Wait, what's Specimen says is Soul Burn? Is it on the S3? Is it more damage? Or is it like grant an extra turn? I don't think so, right? It's not grant an extra turn. So I don't know. S2 more damage? Oh, S2 is the... Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm getting confused. So... Okay, got it. S2 more damage. Okay, so it doesn't really affect his S3. Huh? Okay, well, it's okay. It's fine. Dominial, 90% chance to stun for 1 turn. AoE. That's pretty high. Although ML Araminta still takes the cake for that one. 50% chance to decrease combat readiness by 30%. In my opinion, she may be used if you need an AoE stunner, but as a buff itself, I don't think it's enough. 50% chance to decrease combat readiness by 30%, in my opinion, is a bit low. And it really messes. Yeah, it kind of messes you up too, because you can technically mess up their timing, but it could also mess you up by a big amount. That RNG is on both sides, in my opinion. But if you get the stun, I guess it doesn't matter. But yeah, in my opinion, no, that doesn't merit her to be used. 90% stun is good, but I don't think that's gonna change much. Rin, increasing combat readiness by 15% on the S1. Oh, that's fancy. That's really nice. Oh, that means even if she dual attacks. That means if she even dual attacks, or does Showtime. No, it does her S2 rather. Showtime is the only one that got buffed here. The S2 into the S1, she'll get a 15% combat readiness. That's pretty good. S2 into S1. Imagine doing her with Lydica and Dizzy. Yeah, constant pushback. I suppose so, but I mean, Dominial... Yeah, I suppose so. Wouldn't Wanderer's Silk still be a better CR pushback? Like, she has it more consistently, if I remember correctly. Let's see. And then S3, after Awakening, I'm just gonna take a look at this. Random buff, you have increased attack, increased speed, but this is increased attack greater. Meta shift, man. Total meta shift. Increased critical hit chance, but no increased speed. I wonder why they removed that. You get a continuous heal over a barrier, and I like the barrier better. I mean, the only thing that's really buffed from this is the greater attack buff. But I feel that it's, wait a minute. Amount recovered and barrier strength are proportional. Heals all allies. Heals all allies. Is this a buff? Maybe decrease the RNG, but a speed buff is usually pretty good. Oh, increased critical damage. Right, she always had that. Increased defense. Maybe decrease RNG. I just feel like the continuous heal over the barrier. I prefer the barrier over continuous heal most of the times. I feel the barrier is a bit more useful. But I mean, because if this is RNG, I guess it doesn't really matter. The greater attack buff is definitely a great addition. But I don't think it's a buff. Her S1, I would say, is a really good buff, though. But her S3, I'm kind of like, meh. Let's see, wait. In addition to these changes, Rin's Showtime skill, random buff includes buff continuous healing. However, it has been omitted in her skill description. This will be... Buff includes the buff continuous healing. Oh, I see. Okay, but they are removing barrier, though. They are removing barrier and increased speed, so I'm not quite sure. I feel like increased speed is such a good one. Okay, here we go, man. My man, Champion Zerato. Let's see. Attacks 2 enemies, including the target, with an Earthen Blast. Transferring 2 debuffs from the caster to the enemy and recovering the caster's max health. Amount recovered increased proportion of maxes. What? Attacks 2 enemies now? Including the target. So that's like Vildred. Transferring... Sorry, when I was reading this, my mind was just zoning out. But then all of a sudden it's like... Zip, back to reality. Transferring 2 debuffs from the caster to the enemy. Recovering the caster's max health. What? Amount recovered increases proportion of max health. Oh my goodness. That is... Whoa. Hey, Anko. Welcome to stream, man. It's really weird for me to see Anko here. But hey. Oh my goodness. He's so worth it right now. Okay, well, yeah, for those watching on stream and even watching later on YouTube, just for this itself is good. I can't even believe... I haven't even... Right now, I'm trying to cut off my peripheral vision from the bottom. I'm trying not to spoil the bottom. Okay, let's see here. Iron Will. Oh my goodness! Decrease hit chance removal? Like, so he can't even miss his transfer unless you just don't beat the effect resistance. He can't get stunned. He can't get slept. He can't even get blinded now? Well, he can't get provoked, but that still transfers. And he transferred 2 debuffs. Oh my goodness. Immunity Lisa. Oh, he's so good. He's so good. Keep reading. Wait. wait. Okay. Right, up to 100% chance to counterattack. Okay, he needs to get max Molid. There's no reason not to now. In terms of the S2. Cataclysm. Alright, wait. People on stream are just like, wait, Jagan, man, you're gonna love this. After awakening, you have increased defense for 2 turns. Oh. Alright, in every buff patch, there's always like one champion, and I would have to say Champion Zerato takes the cake. No pun intended, by the way, but now that it works out, I'm gonna take the credit for it, pun intended. There's always, to me, like an MVP who gets like the best buff. And this one, I think so far, Champion Zerato is the one that should get the most recognition right now. Oh my goodness. He's so good. Would this change how you would build him? Attacks 2 enemies and he heals every time he does the attack. So I think now you want to run him. Yeah, you wouldn't need the lifesteal set. No, for sure. Maybe you want to run him with speed now, because the thing is, he's going to transfer 2 with 100% transfer back. It doesn't matter when they go. So maybe you want to run him with speed now. Crap, this just means I need more speed gear. I was so happy not to have any speed gear on him. I'm just like, yeah, this is going to be so easy. But the same rule applies. Low effect resistance. Low effect resistance. High speed. High speed damage dealer tank. You want to make him a bruiser. Definitely. He already have self defense increase, but you don't want to rely on that. So he has high defense to boot. So high HP, high defense, high attack, high crit damage. But I would say high health and high defense still more priority than damage. He can still do chip damage if he's fast. And the thing is, he does recover based on his max health. So you kind of want to scale that. Maybe lower the defense because he does have self-defense buff. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Yeah, back to Wyvern 11 we go, totally. What artifact works best on him? If you're gonna run him fast, I think Abyssal Crown will work. Isle of Island was one of my favorites before, just because like every time they hit him, he can strip a buff. It's very nice. But I think it depends on the situation. If you're going into a fight, let's say you could bring him into GVG now. I think he's totally a GVG hero now for a lot of teams, to be honest. I think if you use him as a speedy chip damage tank, I think you can definitely use Abyssal Crown. Most likely you're gonna have high effectiveness anyway. I would say like 60s or so would be decent. Higher if you can, but I think highest priority would be speed, health, defense, attack. If you can still fit in crit chance, crit damage, and effectiveness, good for you. I'm gonna talk to Code about this because Code probably has already all the gear necessary to make him really good for this for this buff. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. All right, Assassin Cidd. Let's see what they did for him. What? Attacks with an axe, 50% chance to decrease defense for 2 turns. Oh no! Damage dealt proportionally to caster's max speed. That's solid. That's solid. 50% defense break with his speed. Oh, let's see. Continue. Let's continue. Execution. So S3 after awakening. Attacks enemy. Powerful ground pound. Silencing them for 1 turn. Decrease combat range by 50%. Increase evasion chance for 2 turns. Damage dealt proportionally to caster's enemy speed. Remove 20 souls from the opponent. What? There's no... Oh, okay. Okay, this is gonna be... How does this work? Would this still require effectiveness? Or is this instant? Because that makes Assassin Cidd... Oh my goodness. That makes Assassin Cidd good on defense. That makes him look really good on defense. It's instant? There's a line below. Oh, okay, sorry. Remove solo enemy if the attack misses and the enemy resists the effect. Oh, wait. Even if the attack misses or... Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. You know what? That's the fun. Oh man, I wish I had this on like a video recording somewhere, so you guys don't know I'm just like BSing. But I was actually thinking, I'm like, what new mechanic can they bring to make PvP more interesting? And I was thinking that something that increases, or sorry, something that decreases soul on the other team, and it's happened already. I swore I thought about this just early in the week while I was on the sofa and I was playing and thinking about the future of PvP. Because the future of PvP cannot stick to the same mechanics. They have to introduce new mechanics. That's insanely good. Oh man, I had to theory craft some defense teams with Assassin Cidd. Abyss 90 does it. Yes, I do know that it did it for the Shadow, the Spectre 10 Abria fight. But I didn't really think that they would introduce it into PvP this soon. I thought eventually, but... Yeah, so on an offensive team, you get no benefit from this aspect, but I like this. This is really smart buff for a hero because this makes him more usable on an offense and a defensive team. And I would say on a defensive team now, he's going to be insanely annoying to deal with. So Rabo, one of our guildmates, has a really good Assassin Cidd built before. I think he's retired him, made Assassin Kali. Your Assassin Cidd's coming back? Yeah, he's on stream right now, and yeah, I think your Assassin Cidd's coming back. It was a really good, even on top Guild War fights, his Assassin Cidd at that time already got defense wins. And I'm pretty sure it was the Assassin Cidd that caused it. I forgot who you ran it with, but I remember Ruel, but I forgot the other one. I'm pretty sure Assassin Cidd threw them off because how much damage he dealt. Now it's going to be even more insane. Evasion chance on himself for 2 turns is just going to be annoying to deal with, and then remove the 20 souls. So ideally you really want to bait someone to use Togglehull's Ancient Book. That can prevent Oxlot's cleave comps very easily. But then you would have to think about a way to deal with. So slap him in to prevent Oxlot's cleave comps, and then you have to find a way to deal with them running a bruiser team. Assassin Cidd is faster than Akali too. Yes, he is. He's like the second fastest, right? 126. Kayron's 127 to be the first. That's insane. Okay, so Assassin Cidd, Champion Zerato, both of them, I would say, got really good buffs this time. Both of them will be built. Both of them will be used. You just watch it. Champion Zerato, to be honest, I think that I don't think he's still going to be used on defense. But a really well built one can still be annoying. So I wouldn't doubt it if I saw him in a defense team in GVG going forward, especially if we fight Ambition again. Code may be running him on a defense team, but I think Assassin Cidd, comparing the two, Assassin Cidd defensive wise is way better, like 100% better. Oh, K1's 129. Oh, he's 128. Oh, my bad. Assassin Cully's 126, right? Oh, jeez. Hey, Aaron, welcome to stream. Yeah, you tuned in a bit late. If you want my Spez thoughts, definitely check out the YouTube video that I'll post. ROL. I was never familiar with... Is it a her? Him? Him? Her? Her, right? I was never familiar with her kit, so... 75% chance to dispel 2 buffs. That's pretty good, but that's kind of like Tywin with exclusive equipment. Escort grants a barrier to the ally with the lowest health for 2 turns at the beginning of the battle. Each time the caster takes a turn. And each time the caster takes a turn. Lowest health at the beginning of the turn. Oh, okay, so you just got to be in the battle. Barrier strength increases, of course, proportional to the max cast health. Max health. I don't feel that this is enough of a buff for ROL to be dusted off from the bench, I think. But yeah. Hey, Gilgamesh, welcome. Mursa, let's see. Evasion, increases evasion, health is less than 50%. Increases the extra 30%. Evasion chance by 50%. Brush off is hold on, wait. After successfully evading, decreases cooldown of the caster by 1 turn and increases speed for 2 turns. Standard evasion 50%. What is this? Oh, I see. Okay, so instead of the health being less, it's always increased 50% evasion chance. So instead of a 50% evasion chance when the health is less than 50%. Okay. Wait. 100% after she evades once? After successfully evading? No? Wait, really? No, that's not it. Standard evasion means that the evasion spoken of here is equal to 50%, whereas this evasion equaled 20%, and then gains another 30% when health is less than 50. I think that's what it means. I don't think it could be read as she'll gain another 50 after evading once, though. Evade tank flash tracks? Yeah, with the 20, yeah, with Moonlight Dream Blade, yeah, it's just a flat evasion buff. Yeah, Sirin, I think, is right. I don't think it's an 8-cart thing. So evasion 50% is not bad. I like the fact that you get the speed and the cooldown reduced. That's an interesting aspect. This is already, oh, they already have that. Okay, so it's just this. So that's how familiar I am with Mursa. I don't know. I mean, you could run her for some fun comps, but I don't know how much people would use her still. In terms of, like, if you're talking about serious GVG, like, would you bring her into a fight? I don't know. I don't know about that. Elson. Okay, so Rare Ruby said Elson is so good, I have to build him now. Let's see. Meteor Shower. Decrease cooldown by 1 turn. Before it was 4 turns, now after is 3. What is Meteor Shower? Is that the S1? Or the S3? Is his S2? He's just S2. I don't even know what his S2 does, but it does now 3 turns. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna pull up. I'll pull up my my journal here. It heals a little bit. Okay, so just a bit of heal with a cooldown. So I'm blocking the screen. Professional streamer. Let me just pull him up, because I really despise Elson, because he looks like a Justin Bieber kind of thing. I may have just lost some Justin Bieber fans from my YouTube. It's like, hey, I like Justin Bieber. No, like with the bowl cut, yeah. Okay, so yeah, heal increase proportion to the allies' max health. Okay, and then so that's 3 turns now. So a bit more heal. Let's see now. Light's protection S3. What does this get? Recovers health. Uh-oh. So he gets a heal on the S3 now too. So is that going to be a lot more usable? Defense, allies for 2 turns, strengthening magic. Okay, so that's the same. Increase attack and attack and defense. Amount recover proportional to target's max health. 4 turns. 4 turn cooldown. 3 turn cooldown on meteor shower. Yeah, that's gonna be usable. That's gonna be usable. And he has a 50% chance, up to a 75% chance to decrease attack on the S1. That's his innate kit. Wasn't this the same as before he was before the nerf? Is this exactly the same? So they unnerfed him? That's it? They gave him heal on his S3. It wasn't there before, right? I don't... Okay, his S3 didn't do it before. Yeah, okay, that's what I remember. Okay, so... So now he's actually a decent healer. He's a Pisces, so that's same as DN. So that means he has... Soul Weaver Pisces? Wait, is that the same as DN? No, DN is... DN is... Yeah, his buffs lasted 3 Wait, his buffs lasted 3 turns? Was it that good? Yeah, DN is Gemini, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. I'm looking at the stats right now on Elson. 4,900 health. I mean, it's definitely not going to be a really beefy one. His defense is really high, though. 729. That's... For 3-star, that's very high. He could be very tanky. I mean, that's as high as some light baits that we have. He could be pretty tanky. It's just that his health is too low. So he can't really be used as a long-term light bait. Alright, well, interesting. Yes, I think it's usable, but it's, to me, Elson's buff, in my honest opinion, feels more like Earth Lot's buff, where, yes, it made Lots a lot more usable, but you won't see him around a lot. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I'm going to take that back. I mean, attack buffer with a healer, with a defense buffer, it does go a long way. I think for PvE content, he'll be solid to build. I'm not 100% convinced on the PvP aspect. Although just those 2 buffs alone usually does grant them some PvP showtime. I just don't think that you need him. Elson gonna get destroyed in PvP. In my honest opinion, I don't see him as a very, very viable option. Definitely not on a PvP defense team. And when we are talking, I think PvP, I'm talking mostly GVG. I think, again, that's a very high emphasis right now in the game. I don't think I'll see him. It does depend. I think it does depend on his heal mods when we get that info. I think that can change a bit, but from my honest opinion, I don't see it. But PvE wise, especially if players who are listening to this are new players, I think he's usable. He's definitely usable. Attack buffer, defense buffer with heals. I mean, and attack down on the S1. It means that he's gonna be okay. Yeah, Ellison's good for a new player. Yeah, I totally agree. Alright, I'm gonna end this here. That's my thoughts on the live thoughts on the buffs here. Again, recap, I think Champion Zerato and Assassin Cidd. These two are high priority builds right now. Although I would still say Assassin Cidd's builds are going to be still really tough. I mean, you need really good gear to get him to be usable on defense. And like I said, I think, yeah, I think those two definitely. Tenebria looking good. And Specimen says, definitely, if you have him, definitely build him. He'll be a very good, like special ops kind of hero, you know, like you bring him in for like a specific fight and he goes in and goes out. He'll do his job efficiently, but you're not going to use him like everywhere, I think. But I could be wrong. That 30% initial defense penetration is already, to me, a sign that he's going to be used a lot as a nuker. So anyways, that's my thoughts for this one. If you guys have Discord, check out the Discord server. Follow me on Twitter and subscribe to YouTube if you haven't. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the next RBTL.